Hello guys, thanks for watching Tech Tips. Today we're going to learn how to create Hyper-V virtual VPN server. So first we need to go to openvpn.net, and when you're on that website we're going to download a virtual pre-configured VPN server file. So for that we need to click on Get OpenVPN. You will see a few options here. We're going to create our virtual server in Hyper-V. So we're going to click on Hyper-V. It will start downloading a file. It wouldn't take that long. It depends on your internet speed. As you can see, we have finished downloading it, so I'm going to copy that virtual machine zip file on my desktop. So here is our zip file, which is pre-configured. We're going to extract this file here on the desktop, but you can save and extract this file anywhere you would like. Now we're going to open up Hyper-V Manager and go ahead and configure our virtual switch. To do that, you need to click on Virtual Switch Manager and click on Create New Virtual Switch. Now we're going to select external because we want external internet access. So we are done with that. Now we're going to create a new virtual machine. Over here, just change it to VPN Server so you can differentiate your virtual machine from the other virtual machines if you have some more. Now we're not going to change anything, and click next, and over here select your external adapter. We're going to go ahead, and we're going to use an existing virtual disk that we have pre-configured and downloaded from OpenVPN side, and we're going to finish that. After that, we click on settings because we want to assign more processors. By default it come up with only one virtual processor, so we're going to change it to 4, or if you want to do 2, that would be fine too. Now we are starting our virtual machine. As you can see, now default login for this virtual machine is root is username and password is openvpn-as. And there is a tutorial link to that website, which is official VPN website. You can click on that link and find more information about all the commands that I have used in this tutorial. We want to select the Ethernet adapter that has assigned IP address, so we're going to press 2. We're not going to change any port numbers, so we're going to hit enter and enter. So we don't want to change any further settings, so you're just gonna keep clicking enter. So we don't have a license key, just press enter. Now our VPN server is configured. We just need to make few adjustments and update our VPN server to the latest updates. So to do that, we're going to open our VPN server and access our VPN server through command prompt, and we're going to use SSH. So on your physical machine, open up command prompt and type SSH and the IP address of your virtual machine. Type yes and hit enter. It seems to be picking up the username of my personal computer. So we're going to hit enter, and we're not going to enter any password here. We're going to retry with the actual username. As you can see, I missed out. We have to write root at and then the IP address. And now we type in the default password, which is openvpn-as. Now we have access to our virtual machine through SSH. Now we can start doing the installation and the updates that we need to do. All the commands that I have used are in the video description. But before we're going to go ahead, and we need to change the password. As you can see, when I typed only PASSWT, it only changed the password for our root user. But we have to manually change the OpenVPN user password as well. So make sure you do that as well. This is a pre-configured user on your virtual server. Now our passwords are updated successfully. We're going to go ahead and update our system. So this is the link that I went to find out for the more updates. And these are the commands that we're going to use. But first we're going to click on manually download packages. And when you click on manually download packages, you have to use these commands to update your virtual VPN server. We can do that directly in our virtual machine, but it will be too hard to type all those commands. So that's why I have decided to SSH to our virtual machine, and it's really nice and easy. You can copy the commands and paste it on command prompt. As you can see, we have finished updating our virtual machine server. So now what we're going to do is we have to make sure that our timing on that server is correct according to your time zone. To do that, you have to update your time zone. After checking if there are any more updates and upgrades left, we're going to go ahead and change the time zone. Seems like there were a few more updates left, so let it download it and it will install them automatically. we can close our virtual machine in the background. It will be still running if you close the window, because we are working through our command prompt, so we don't need that screen open at the moment. Now we have actually finished updating our virtual server, so we're going to go ahead and also change the time zone. Now to do that, you have to type this command that you can see on the screen, and there is a link to actually a tutorial which is by OpenVPN. It's kind of a documentation. You can click on that and find these commands. Over here you select your continent, and you also select your country or a city name. As you can see, my time zone has updated to New Zealand because I'm at the moment in New Zealand. So over here we're also going to check if there is any update required by this package. So there is no new updates required, so everything is fine. So we are now ready to go. All we need to do is configure a new user and configure our public IP or DNS in our virtual machine. We're going to use GUI. The only way to access GUI is through a web browser. Now we're going to type here an IP address of this virtual machine but you have to make sure you have to type HTTPS because it's got a SSL certificates installed already. We're going to use the default user that is pre-configured, which is OpenVPN, and we're going to use the password that we just changed. Once you click on sign in, you have to hit admin. Click on admin, and then it will take you to another screen where you have to log in again. And when you type in the password in there, you click on sign in and hit agree, and there you go, you're on the GUI of that virtual machine. Now from over here, things are pretty easy to configure. In the user permission, you can actually configure a new user. So we're going to create a new user called tech tips, and then we're going to click save settings, and you have to make sure that you click on update running server. Now once we have done that, we have to make sure that we assign a password to that. So to do that, we click under more settings, we click on that edit button, and on local password we give it a password. Now once again we're going to click on save settings, and now we need to click on update running server as well again. Now since our user is configured, we have to also make sure that our ports are forwarded correctly on our main router. So over here I'm going to show you what ports to forward and how to do port forwarding. Under port forwarding section in advanced tab, you have to click on add custom service. Now as you can see, our openvpn AS2 is already there, so we're going to select that and type a service name. So I'm going to name it VPN. First I'm going to configure 943. So this is the port that we can actually access our GUI through a web browser. So I'm going to leave TCP/UDP. Sorry, my PC wasn't responding, that's why it was a bit slow. So as you can see, I have typed 943 in external and internal port. Now we're going to add another two ports. First port will be VPN UDP, but I'm not actually going to change the protocol, and this port number would be 1194. Now another port to configure is for a TCP connection, which is going to be 443. So you have to make sure you have those three port numbers configured in your port forwarding in your main router. And it should point towards the correct IP address that you're using for your virtual machine. As you can see, all the ports have been configured. Now the final step for our virtual server is to configure network settings. Over here, host name or IP address, you have to actually write down your public IP, or you can type your DNS. As I'm going to use my DNS because I don't want to share my public IP when I'm on a public network. So to have a free DNS, you can go to any DNS service provider. I usually get my DNS from noip.com. So this is the website I usually get my DNS from. It's totally free, easy to configure. It will point towards to your public IP. And now my DNS address is encrypt1.mynetgear.com. And once we have done that, we're going to click on Save Settings and Update Running Server. Now everything is configured. Now I'm going to go on my iPad and go to App Store, download OpenVPN Connect. I have already downloaded it, so I'm going to open that app just to show you how it looks like. So now we're going to go ahead and go into our browser and type that DNS address. You have to make sure you type HTTPS, otherwise it's not going to work. As you can see, it says this connection is not private. You don't have to worry about that because we don't have registered certificates from CA. But it is alright, it has pre-configured free certificates. Your connection is still secure, so you can click on visit this website. Once you go ahead, you type in your tech tips username and your password here. Once you type in your password, you have to click on yourself user log profile. It will download the profile. On any system it will work. If you're using an Android or Windows PC or iPhone or iPad, it will work. This profile will automatically be picked up by your OpenVPN app. If it's not being picked up, you just have to copy it to your OpenVPN app, and when you hit on add, it will add the profile automatically. As you can see, it's there. Now we can turn it on and type in our password. It will connect. As you can see, we are connected to our personal VPN. So it's really nice and easy. And we can see here, if we refresh the page, there is one device that is actually connected from a public address, because I was using my mobile data on my iPad just to test that connection if it works on public network. So current active users, there is one that is my iPad, and you can see the public IP address of my iPad that has been assigned by my mobile data. Well, thanks for watching my tech tips video. If you want any more videos or any tech tips, please don't hesitate to comment below on my video, and please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. If you don't like it, please let me know what I can improve on my videos and what else I can do better. Thank you.